Good morning and welcome back. Today I am working on more food preservation. There's still a lot to do, and it's also been a busy week in that we have 3 kids and my husband leaving for a camp in Illinois in a few days, and so we have piles of fruit and vegetables that need to be dealt with. And then we have piles of snacks and sleeping bags and clothes and all the things that they're going to need. I think they said a 10-hour drive. So we're alternating between food preservation and packing, which means that basically nothing else is getting done. I did take the time this morning to clean the bathroom. We have assigned chores every morning, but the girl who has the chore of cleaning the bathroom every morning is at camp this week. So it's been a few days since it was cleaned really well. We were just kind of doing like a swish in the toilet, keep it clean. But yeah, the whole room really needed done, so I did that this morning. It's already almost 10 o'clock. The days just slipped by. But it's a bit cooler than it's been, so it's a good day to work in the kitchen. We have a lot of peaches to do. I got 3 bushel, and then the lady threw in some extras. They were pretty hard when we got them on Sunday. Today is Wednesday, but the 1 bushel was seconds, so they had marks or bruises or something, and I think they are ready to be canned or frozen or something. And then we were given 2 more gigantic zucchini. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. We have a few green beans I would like to turn into dilly beans. We have like 10 lemon squash. I don't know if we'll get to eat all of them before they would go bad. We may have to pickle some of them. And then our neighbor also brought us like a cake pan of Roma tomatoes, and I think I might do a couple quarts or a couple of pints of salsa with that. And I still have not gotten to storing my garlic that I harvested weeks ago. It's in the garage. It's sure it's dry, but I just need to trim it up and get it put away. So there's a lot to be done. I think I'm going to start with the peaches just because it's a really big job. Everything else can be done in little bits of time here and there. So I'm going to get that box of peaches going first, I think. This is the state of the dining room right now. We have potatoes, and I've been going through them. These are like the bigger ones, and I've been pulling out some of the smaller ones to can. But I need to just get that out and get this cleaned out. I didn't want to put them back in on top of the dirt. We have soda left over from the birthday party last weekend, and then some kids' snacks over here. My mom gets them a snack basket for their birthday. So we've got that stuff there. And then, like I had showed you guys before, potatoes, 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 potatoes. Of course, potatoes. And then we have peaches, peaches, peaches and nectarines, peaches, peaches, and this is the box of the seconds that I'm going to work on today. So like I said, today's Wednesday. On Sunday, I'll go pick up another 3 bushel, which was everything except this box was the one they gave us. So these 5 boxes we'll be getting that much again, so I need to get these working. I don't usually blanch my peaches. Usually people will like dip them in boiling water and then they say the skin slips off of them. I've found that if they're ripe, I can just use a paring knife and peel the skin off, and I don't have they don't get cooked at all, so they stay firmer. So I think I'm going to do that. I can definitely get this whole banana box done today if I get working now. I'm almost done peeling and cutting that whole banana box full of peaches. I just peel them, cut them into a whole sink of cold water with some lemon juice in it to prevent browning. There's our scraps. So this is all I have left to do of that banana box. It's empty. And then I have my syrup started. I did enough for 2 canners or 14 quarts worth of peaches, which is 16 cups of water and 8 cups of sugar. So once it comes to a boil, I will put peaches in a few at a time, let them get hot the whole way through, pack them in jars, and then top with more syrup. And then for lunch, we're just doing a chicken noodle soup. I had some broth in the fridge that needed to be used up. We had some carrots and celery that were from a veggie tray a few days ago. I chopped them up and added to it. And there's chicken bouillon, parsley. The chicken that this was from was really well seasoned, so I didn't need a lot. Some pepper and onion powder and garlic powder. So I'm just waiting for it to come to a boil. And I brought in a bag of egg noodles. These are from the Dollar Tree, which is about as cheap as you can get them anymore. 2 cans of canned chicken. And then we had some saltine crackers that we picked up for 50 cents a package. So that is going to be lunch, and it's already like noon. So everybody's getting hungry, but this is the way life goes during summer. So the first canner of peaches is out and cooling. The second canner is in and about to a boil. Oop, I can get the lid back on it. Oh, it's hot. Okay. I also got 2 quart bags for the freezer. And now we're working on dilly beans and dilly squash. This is lemon squash that I cut into spears and pulled out the seeds. And then it's a garlic clove, or 2 if they were really small, some red pepper flakes, and some dried dill. And then the brine is just water and vinegar and salt. So that's what I'm working on right now. I would still like to get the salsa this afternoon before I'm done. It's, I think, like 3 o'clock. Pickled things are in the canner. There's 8 pints there. I have the worst luck with this lid. Okay. Water boiling for the tomatoes, 6 pounds of tomatoes, and I'm going to scald them and peel them, and then they are going to get turned into salsa. And I started washing potatoes for dinner. I have pork chops pulled out for our supper, and I thought baked potatoes would go well, but I ran out of aluminum foil, and I really do prefer them wrapped in foil, so I'll have Dan stop and get some of those. And of course, we're still doing dishes. Always doing dishes. Working on getting the kitchen cleaned up as I go, but my water is almost to a boil for my tomatoes, and I don't know if this is something that everybody does, but my mom always told me when you're going to scald tomatoes for canning or whatever, to cut a little X in the blossom end, and then whenever it starts to scald, the skin will just peel back away from that, and it makes it much easier to peel. So here's most of what we got done today. The peaches, beans, the squash, and then my 5 pints of salsa. Dan brought home foil, so we've got that ready for dinner. And I've got the oven preheating. What else have I done? Oh, sorry, I'm going to make you guys dizzy. So I had some things up here that I moved, and I don't know what I'm going to put there just yet, because we used to have the kids' books in here and we moved them out. So I'll show you what I've put in the cabinet now. So there's all my cookbooks and my old Ideals magazines and Christian Herald magazines, my Courier and Ives plates, these glasses that I bought at a flea market, and then my Pyrex bowls. And I decided to put these in here because they're all things that if they get greasy being out like above the stove, which is where the Pyrex was, and you have to scrub it, it's really bad for the finish. So I've got all of those in there. Oh, and a poetry book in there to be used. These glasses have, I think it's a college in Williamsburg. Can't really see it very well because you can see through the glass. Yeah, it says the Wren Building, Williamsburg, Virginia. And then my Courier and Ives. Just some special things. I think I'm going to be happy every time I open these doors. Yeah, that's what we're going to trim off. Okay, so we got dinner in the oven. All the canning is out of the pot. And now we're going to work on trimming up this garlic. This was our first year growing any kind of garlic, so we'll see how it goes. I guess I'll just trim off here and the roots and pull off the dirty part here. Uh-oh. And then we'll just stick it in that and stick it in the pantry for however long it lasts. There's our meager little garlic harvest. We have used a few bulbs already. Ready to put that in the pantry, get dinner finished up, and then sit down and relax for a few minutes.